everybody! So, today, as I was filming this, getting ready for my day, I was looking up the weather forecast to figure out what kind of adventure I wanted to go on. And it's getting a little bit brighter behind me, but the forecast for today, which is a Monday, was about, 50 to 55 degrees and pretty wet. It's been raining a lot of today. And so that's going to be a little bit cold for my adventure, but it should still be great. And another thing that I saw in my weather forecast was that there's supposed to be wind out of the west at about 4 miles an hour. And so when I saw that, I know that if I'm really speedy, I can walk about 4 miles an hour, but I don't really know what that means for wind. Like, if I'm biking into 4 mile an hour wind, is it going to be hard to bike? I don't know. So, I have a tool that can help you and me figure out what the wind is going to look like on any given day. This is called the Beaufort Wind Scale. And I've written this out so you can see it. You can pause here if you want to look at it more closely, and I'll also go over a couple of them. So what the Beaufort Wind Scale is it gives a number and a name, or kind of description, for different ranges of wind speeds in miles per hour. So today, if the wind is supposed to be about 4 miles per hour, that is going to be a 2 on the Beaufort Wind Scale, and it's going to be a light breeze. And this also gives you a handy little thing about what that looks like out in the world. So, the wind today is the kind of wind that you can kind of feel on your face. I can actually kind of feel it right now. And leaves are going to rustle, but not all the time, just sometimes. And weather vanes are going to move. Have you ever seen a weather vane? Sometimes they have a metal chicken on them and they're on top of roofs, and they'll kind of turn to tell you where the wind is coming from. So this wind is strong enough that a wind vane can move. So the scale starts at a 0, which means that it's totally calm, and that's when you make a campfire and the smoke is just rising straight up. There's no air moving. And it goes stronger and stronger. So let's see, a fresh breeze, which is a 5, that's about 19 to 24 miles per hour. And that's when small trees are starting to sway. If you're looking out over a big lake, you're going to see a lot of whitecaps, and there might be a little bit of spray if you're in a boat. And it gets stronger and stronger. You can get down to a storm. That is when it may damage your roof. It can damage trees. Sometimes bits of trees will fall off. And there's also violent storms and even hurricanes. So these two on the bottom are pretty rare on land. Maybe if you have a tornado, but we don't really get those here. So this is a cool tool that you can use when you are out on an adventure to kind of check how fast the wind is going. So let's see, let's do a quick review. I know with 3rd graders we covered some of this. What is wind? Do you want to tell someone near you? What do you think wind is? So wind is basically air in the atmosphere, which is kind of that layer of air that's all around the earth, moving around. And so that can be because of differences in temperature. It can also be differences in pressure. So if you have a storm, there's going to be lower high pressure moving around, and that can cause the air to move, which we feel as wind. So my challenge for you is to look over this Beaufort Wind Scale a little bit. And then I have an engineering project for you. I would like you can raid your recycling bin. Maybe you can take some other paper or some other things. And I'd like you to try to make a kite. So a kite they're often kind of a diamond shape, but sometimes they're not. And you can fly that on a windy day and see how much wind you have. So I would love to see what kinds of kites you come up with. I'll see you later.